I don't believe it. The original barbed wire fence systems are here. Holy Madonna. Nevertheless, they must have had a purpose for that. And I'm thinking if there was a shelter. Oh my goodness. Eagle Eye, he was right.
Is that a cave?
Could be a cave in there. But look at that place. That is fantastic. That is a spectacular little detail on any location, if you ask me. Just spotted this. This is probably one of those places where that was really, really important. Oh yeah, it's all about World War II and World War II history. Welcome to the History Hunter. Welcome all my viewers, subscribers, commenters, and my incredible supporters out there. If you're not already, you can find out how to support our work, either becoming a team member with very special perks like what you see here. I pass on to my supporters different kind of things that we find, and we create some beautiful World War II dioramas for you to be the future keepers of. So you can either become a Patreon team member, check out that, and you have different perks like for your eyes only videos and research, travel vlogs, all of that stuff. Also restoration projects and stuff. Also every month I do give back to my PayPal donators. I'll just choose the two highest donations, and they will be maybe packages like this for those who kind of are in there. I'm just so happy that so many has chosen to do that. We are heading up towards 1 million subscribers. We are at the 300,000 now. We have like 260, 70 videos for you to enjoy. It's all about having a good time, belonging to a little community that really loves to go out, find history and share history, and that's what it's all about. Before we continue, I have this fantastic little wall of honor. There's one person there, Marty, that we owe a lot to. It's because people like him that we can go out and do the things that you see, and without people like Marty, well, it would be difficult to do what we do. But Marty, you're alone up there, and there's a reason for that. Thank you for your incredible support during the time. Also, I have some officers and some generals. I want to say a personal thank you to Grant, Matt, Daniel, Rob, Dennis, Jean, and Kyle. Thank you for your incredible support to the team, and without people like you, it will be very difficult for us to do the things that you see we do. Also, we have a beautiful staff here with some 3-star generals. Thank you to Kevin, Michael, Emil, Dennis, and Laura. Also, we have 4-star generals, Stephen, Ryan, and Vintage Speedworks. And we have a couple of 5-star generals, Roy and Jess. You've been with us for a very long time. So I'm very, very proud that you are my generals and my officers. So thank you for being in there for us. And we couldn't have done a lot of what you see without the great support that people like you give us. Well, she's at it, and she found that thing there we think says 43. This symbol on the bottom there we see many times with German activity. So my dear son, he pulls out this thing here from a closet that's been there for many years, and suddenly we are on a hunt for a very special German aircraft. This is a very small little fortified position in the mountainside, put up here by the Germans to protect a harbor. Oh yes, that's what it's all about. It's all about us together going out, finding history and sharing history in a very special way. And it's thanks to you kind people that we can actually do that. I owe you a lot, and what we can give back is at least this and the material that we present to you. Also, I owe Beverly a little huge thank you. Beverly, you have watched so many of our videos the last 1.5 months. I'm amazed, and I can see you comment in each and every video. So I want to say a massive thank you, Beverly, for being out there for us. That really warms my heart, and it gives us so many more chances of reaching more people. So if everybody would do like Beverly, go out there, watch 5, 10, 20 videos, just put them on, let them run, and give a comment, and then we'll climb the ranking of the YouTube monster of the algorithms, all of that. You don't have to be a Patreon, PayPal supporter or something like that. If you want to, of course you can, but you can also do a lot by watching the videos in full length, watch put them in your lunch break when you go down to have a supper or whatever. It doesn't matter. It helps us out tremendously. But now we're going to go straight on to the first of the diorama that I'm going to pass on. So let's check out who the new Patreon supporters will be this month. Absolutely. We go out, we do the hard work. You just sit down, relax, hit that play button, and we do it, and you can enjoy and learn from it. So that's why we need your help to go out and do just that. So this month we have some new Patreon team members. As I said, there are different kind of perks there for you. So check it out. I'm going to say a huge thank you to Alabaster, Michael, Thomas, Anna, George, Serge, and David. You chose to become a new team member of the History Hunter team, and we thank you for that, and welcome as our team member. Every month I create something special as a welcome little thing that I pass on to you, and this time it's a little theme of the Third Reich daily life. There's a little Zigarettenkarten there. There are some writings and some details of what you see in the picture on the back. You can see that. It's genuine, it's original, it's found in an attic more than 75 years after the war. So I signed it, and I hope you enjoyed that. Welcome as a team member. Diorama goes to Anna. Thank you for joining us, and welcome to the team. And you know, together we will share history in a very special way, and I do that with my supporters. As I said, they get the benefit of doing and seeing a lot of special material. So check it out if you want to. Now let's continue into the couple of other smaller frames that I give. So let's check them out. Indeed, it's about sharing, it's about having a passion, it's about learning and loving history, and by that way you can actually learn how the kind of future could be, and we can definitely have a little part in that. So if you look and study history, we can actually be a part of history in a positive way. All right, so I have two more of the dioramas, the small ones, so I want to pass them on to you. We have this beautiful World War II German here diorama, which where I put a machine gun cartridge was found on the Eastern Front, actually where the SS soldiers were. So they were ran down, or the Red Army came crashing in, and indeed they did. The Red Army really came crashing in. That is a little artillery shell splinter that we picked up from one of the German positions, and that meant that this splinter was catapulted there by the Red Army thundering in towards Berlin, and now it will be passed on to one of you. So this thing here, Oma, you've been with us for a very long time. Really do appreciate your incredible support. You are now the proud owner of that little piece of history. And also, Paul, you have also been with us for a very long time, and I definitely want you to have that. So thank you again for your very, very kind support. We're going to check out, going to pass on some future dioramas, but first we have a little look at this. What if I told you? A lot of you know me, I've served in a submarine as a sonar operator earlier. So what if I told you that this is actually very realistic to find with something like that? Would you believe me? Well, I'm going to prove it to you later, but the Kriegsmarine story is so fascinating, and we are on a hunt for the Kriegsmarine positions, their submarines, their vessels and all of that. I've just started a massive research campaign, and it's paying off every time we go out, and I can't wait to share a very, very special discovery that was done with that little underwater ROV. And my Patreon team members will get the chance to see some behind scenes and research material, all of that, for one specific event that's going to take place that will blow you completely out of the water. And is it possible to find me, myself, just as a single private person? Is it possible for one single person to find a German submarine? Well, let me tell you, you will be surprised. So I can't wait to show you some of this coming up in the future. Oh yes, and that is only possible by the incredible support that you people out there give us. And I can promise you, we are on the way to something massively interesting. It's all about being able to have the finances to do it. We are willing to do it. Are you willing to help us out? Well, time will tell. So we have 3 more frames here that we're going to pass on to you. Why don't we start with this one? This is a German World War II MG42 thing. These are pieces of a machine gun belt found in a trench where the SS soldiers met the Red Army. There is a cartridge there which was spent, and this one, Emil, you are definitely one of our faithful supporters, and I want you to be the proud future keeper of that. I just have to move something that is on my leg here. So thank you for your kind support. I went over the hill and I went a couple of more here. German World War II boot irons. There's some glare here, bear with me. That is original, never used, new old stock, never issued pieces from the German World War II boots for the soldiers. That is absolutely fantastic. I got some of them, and of course I'm gonna be sharing them out with you. Dennis, that is yours. Hope you'll enjoy that beautiful little handmade thing. And as I said, I promise that whatever I find when we do the search for the World War II pieces at the submarine harbor, I'll give it away to my incredible supporters. And you can see in one of my videos, this is the very first item that we find. It is a cartridge that was submerged, laying down there on the ocean floor. We actually grabbed it with that fantastic ROV, and that is made possible by you incredible people out there. So this thing here goes to a very special gentleman who has helped us out in some development work regarding the grabber and the grabber functionalities and all of that. I can't wait to see what next he's coming up with. And William, you are now the proud owner of a very special piece from the ocean floor, where once upon a time the German submarines were waiting for the new assignments and the Wolfpack was ready for action. You know the feeling you get when you think you're lost? Well, that's exactly what we feel right now. There's a gravel road with a huge camper van. What the? This is not good. This is not good. That's actually pretty interesting. You got a bottle top with the cap on. That's gonna be cool to look at. And we have the Kriegsmarine buttons there. You think that is cool? Well, you just wait. We are barely warming up, and I can promise you it will be pretty interesting in the near future. We have a very special diorama here. German Feldpost, dated 19th December 1941. And every month I do a special Patron of the Month diorama that I want to pass on to one of you. And I do it out of my own kind of thinking here. And this gentleman has been with us for a very long time. He's very passionate. He comments all the time, and he's always very polite. He's very, I just enjoy having this gentleman around, especially knowing that he supports our work. But it's a joy to see how well informed he is and how much he spends time of actually watching the videos, actually knowing what to comment, and actually knows what's in our videos, and we do appreciate that. So I want to say that the patron of the month for February will be, or is, Peter. Thank you for being there for us, and you definitely deserve a very special little something here from us, and I hope you enjoy that. All the information that is in there is between you and history, and I will leave it to that. Thank you for your kind support, and congratulations of being patron of the month. Beautiful 1 liter wine bottle and a fork that we're gonna check out. Some ceramic pieces. It's not with any eagles so far. Beautiful coin there. Take this little piece of glass that probably was from the barracks. You see this side. I'm not sure how or where it exactly was. Did you dug it up several times, didn't you? Or rumbled around, and suddenly it just came down there? Yes, there will be a lot more metal detecting and magnet fishing coming up. We just reinvested in some new gear, new magnets, magnet poles, and pinpointers, the metal detecting stuff. All of that is going to be a kind of reincarnation of that as well. But now I want to say something about what we're going to do here. The PayPal donations coming in every month are just incredible, and it really helps us out to do what we do. And how it works, I'll just gather all the donations coming in, and I'll choose the 2 highest donations every month. And we have some of the genuine German World War II artifacts, especially the German stuff, and I think they are pretty nice for us to hand over or pass over to you. So let's figure out who the donors for this month is and who we will pass on some small little momentums of the World War II history. I want to say a huge thank you to Laura, to Martin, Brian, Donald, John, Gary, Jim, Byron, and Jonathan. You are the incredible people out there who supports us through those donations, and we thank you for that. So let's see what we have here. We have this beautiful German Hinkel 111 crash side piece. It's got the original green color in there. There are rivets, and it's from a very special crash site indeed. I added some small details with a couple of Zigarettenkarten and a barbed wire piece from a very unique German position. So that is one batch. And we have this here, which is kind of over the hill, but there's a reason for that. I'll tell you that later. This thing has got a Kriegsbücherei der Deutschen Jugend. And we have a little cardboard box that used to have 9mm cartridges inside, stamp, Reichspfennig, more barbed wire, this little cluster, I love that, really cool. We have a board game piece, a cartridge, a belt hook for the German Wehrmacht uniform, and another belt buckle there. So pretty nice, pretty nice. All right, let's see who we will pass this on to. So the 2 highest donations were done by these 2 gentlemen here. I want to say a huge thank you for that. And I have to add something here. All of you on the list, also last month and month before that, actually all the time, I had a bad accident with my back, and I was set out for like 6-7 weeks. It was really the worst period of my life. It was not just physically hard, it kind of put me right down into the basement and kicked me in a corner, and I was kind of in the darkness. But you guys and girls are actually the reason for us going out, the reason for the passion that we have, the reason for the stamina and the ability to go out there, find history and share history. And I want to say a massive thank you for that. But especially you, Jim and Gary, your donations are out of the, I don't know, absolutely amazing. And I have to say, without this incredible support, this period in my life would have been very, very tough. So especially Gary and Jim, amazing, absolutely amazing. But also all the rest of you up there, I don't think you really know how much this means to us, because this is kind of like a family thing. We're trying to keep us together, and we are doing the very hardest we can to make it interesting. And I know it's not every video is like finding tanks or huge guns and stuff like that, but it's real. We go out, we find history, and we share history in a very special way, and it takes a lot of guts, and it kind of helps me to raise my little boy in a good fashion so he can understand more of life and history, and he can become a better person. And we do that together with all of you. All right, so thank you for that. Jim, you are now the proud owner of the Hinkel 111 crash site piece and the fantastic small Zigarettenkarten pictures with that little barbed wire. And Gary, I know you do so much for us, so I just want to put together this very special little batch. I know you were looking for some barbed wire, so we have that. Very special paperwork there. It's kind of like a little thing that anyone could put in a cabinet and actually start a little adventure collecting World War II thing. So hope you enjoy that. All right, that's about it. Again, massive thank you for your very, very kind donations. And let's check out what we have for the next month of the donators. Yes, that's why we are out there. So for those of you who like to kind of see if you would like to donate whatever, these are the two batches that we have, and they seem to be so popular that you really hit my message there and mail and ask if I'm going to put up more of it, and I'm going to do that right here. So remember, these things are very special. Like these here, they were in the attic for like 75 years. Some of these books were forgotten in a bookstore for over 40 years. And the felt post, you know, they are very personal. I never opened them. Some of them are open, some of them are not. I just leave that to history and whoever will be the future keeper. Barbed wire from a German prisoner of war camp is very unique. It's very special, and I want more of you to be the future keepers of these, so that's why I have them here. And you can see in the next video who will be the future keepers of that, and I thank you again, all of you, for doing that. So be my guest, and only time will tell. That is a Panzer II track link. It is found by me and Eagle Eyes in the area where the Red Army came thundering in and crushing away all of the German resistance when they wanted to get to Berlin. And in that area there's a lot of things like this laying around still there, and we find a lot of it. And there's no point for us to keep it. We want to go out, we do the research, we travel, we go to locations, we do the hardship, we kind of dig into the ground, or we get cold or wet or warm and bugs are biting us. But in the end, this is some of the pieces that we actually can do something about. And this is a historical piece. It's from a Panzer that's been blasted by the the Soviet artillery. There's a little battle damage there. It's kind of lost in space and time for so many years, and suddenly somebody comes around and finds it, and then what? Well, we're not collectors, we don't collect anything, we give it away to you. So this is going to go through a little restoration project with my Patreon supporter team members. So it's going to be a for your eyes only video for my team members, and we'll see what we'll do, and in the end we will actually pass it on to you. So that's what it's all about, going out, finding history and sharing history in a very special way. Oh yes, beautiful scenes and so much history waiting for us out there. That little piece is kind of like a symbol of the times gone by. It's rusty, it's old, but history never gets old. History is something that we have to learn from. History is something that we have to go and find, and in the way we will share it with you, so you don't have to go out there and get wet, get cold, or get lost like we do all the time. I have to say, it's an honor and a privilege to know that you are behind our back, each and every one of you. Every time we find something, see something, we just want to share it with you, and that's the whole purpose of this. We do the hardship, we do the research, we travel, we go out there, get wet, cold, all of that, blah, blah, blah. And in the end, we share it with people like Beverly, or like our 5-star generals, like Maddie, or my officers, or absolutely each and every one of you incredible people out there who watch our videos, support us by hitting the notification bell, commenting, watching our videos in full length. And remember, you want to find out a very cool way to support us without doing anything of what you see here today. You can actually, this is a secret, don't tell anybody. We can do it. We want to get to 1 million subscribers. Do it like this. Every time you go to lunch break, put on 4, 5, 10 of our videos, let them run in different browsers, and we will climb the algorithm of the YouTube. It doesn't hurt you, doesn't take any time, and it doesn't cost you anything. That's just a little tip from the History Hunter. Don't tell anybody. All right, enough of that. Thank you again, everybody, especially my team members. Absolutely a blast to be out there doing what we do together. I will definitely see you out there in the next one in the very near future. Until then, please stay safe, keep smiling, and goodbye.